Today's guest, Brendle, CEO and founder of Lacuna Kava Bar. Everything that you want to know about botanical wellness, you don't want to miss. Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy, your medical celebrity doctor, and this is Dr. Nancy Knows, the talk show that brings awareness, inspiration, and hope to many communities globally, bridging the gap of disparity, uniting our nation. We do that not only through my 25 years of medical practice, but through individuals that are experts in their field of industry that are coming on the show telling us how they are impacting their circle of influence. And every once in a while, we'll have a celebrity. Be sure to tune in on NGC Network, the network that supports alignment of all things wellness. Today we have Brendle. He's CEO and founder of Lacuna Kava Bar. Chase, it's so great to have you today.
Thanks for having me here.
Well, listen, we've met recently, and I just love what you're doing in the community, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the Kava, Lacuna Kava Bar. What makes you so different and set apart from other industry?
Oh yeah, thanks for asking. I would say probably a couple things. First off, it's that continual pursuit to set trends within an industry. So taking what was a traditional kava bar scenario and then modernizing it into this trend-setting botanical lounge where we have some other drinks, which is kind of the other segment of that, is like botanical elixirs. That's one of our new launches, and it's really exciting because these drinks, what they do is they bring people together in like a healthy, conscious way, right? So everybody is there and it's a totally different vibration and frequency than you'd get at a traditional bar.
Well, I can agree because I've been to a couple of your Lacuna Kava bars, one in Sedona and one here in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's completely packed out. The vibe is just so exciting and electric, and everybody seems to be really enjoying themselves. I really like what you're doing, and the community seems to support exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's funny, we were talking about that earlier, and it really is amazing how that community aspect makes it just its own living and breathing organism at this point, and it's really exciting to see it continue to grow like that.
Well, it's certainly the best form of advertising, right? When someone tells another person about their great experience. So you're no stranger to competition and being, elite in your field, right? So a gold medalist, a gymnast and wrestler, and then you're extremely fit. So extreme sports and rock climbing. Tell us a little bit about your mentorship and your ethics, your work ethics.
I think a lot of my work ethics came from my family, raising me to work hard and really get clear on what it is that you want and to go after that, and then really nurturing that through my first or second business, both being in the fitness industry, having a CrossFit gym, and then a fitness business that's concierge for the yacht industry in Fort Lauderdale. And with that, it's especially within the CrossFit niche, it's all about self-directed learning, right? You have a coach, but you're also gathering and gaining all this knowledge, and that's one of the fun creative parts for me as an entrepreneur, is to look at an industry or look at a business and say, where can we make this more valuable to the people?
Well, how long have you been, having your business and working as an entrepreneur?
I would say about 10 years now, all in. Yeah.
Because you're speaking with such passion and experience, and many people want to know, how did it happen for you?
Oh, I think it's happened like over the course of a couple different stages, right? And I think that is part of the entrepreneur's journey, is to be on that continual evolution, right? And like who you are becoming and who that business is becoming as a reflection or representation of you. So, there's been a few stages, right? There was I've kind of got to do it on my own, and I had the personal training business. There was I've got to build a team and a community, and that was really what the CrossFit business meant to me. And then now Lacuna is also like another evolution of building that community, but having it almost be self-sustaining as well, right? And autonomous, where everybody is involved in the growth of it.
Well, that's great, because the experience that you have, you've kind of put it all into your business now, and you've grown over the years. So let's talk a little bit about what is kava.
Yeah, okay. Kava is it's a pepper plant. It comes from the Polynesian islands like Fiji and Hawaii. We take the root of that plant, powder it up, dry powder, and then mix it into a tea, strain that out, and that comes out as a traditional tea. What we've done that kind of distinguishes us is we've made some really cool modern cocktails or mocktails. This one's the Dragonfly. It's all bright purple with taro root powder in there. And everything that we do is all natural, clean, organic, everything like that. So planet and body friendly and mentally healthy too.
Well, that's important because we're in a day and time that individuals are actually looking for more healthier alternative benefits. And let's talk about the benefits of kava.
Yeah, and I love that we're like doing this on your show because of that. With that trend where people are looking for the more natural alternatives, it's one of those things that can help you really relax. It hits the GABA receptor, so it's going to bring on this sense of relaxation. And within even a kava, there's different varieties. So you could have one that's a little more like sociable or lighter feeling. You can have one that's more like sedative, body relaxing. And so you can really take these plants and kind of customize what you need for your specific needs.
Well, I really, really like that idea because we do live in a society that's heavily distracted, anxiety, depression, or, just a high stress type of work or environment. So, the product can be taken, later in the evening, kind of to unwind and relax, and or to start your busy day as an executive or a business owner.
Right. And then you have the other side of it, right, which is the space that we have where, like, after work, you can come and relax in what is not an intense environment. It's usually very calm and, like, a soothing type of environment or energy there.
Well, I love botanical wellness, and you've made a special drink for me too. And what's the name of this one?
Yes, that is our Blue Isis. That's one of our brand new botanical elixirs. We're the first kava bar that has a whole lineup of all of these drinks. It's got fresh muddled variety of berries in there. It's got blue lotus, damiana, rose. And that's how all of those drinks are. They're a blend of different botanical extracts, all from reputable sources, and that are going to be combined for a specific purpose. So that one is actually our aphrodisiac drink. So
okay. So it just allows you to kind of reminisce and just relax. So I like that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, we've talked about the mocktail and then botanical elixirs. Kratom. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about Kratom because you offer that too.
Yeah, that's one of our staple beverages also. It's a tree that is an evergreen tree from like Thailand or Indonesia. It's cousin of the coffee plant. We simply take the leaf, we brew it through like a 2-stage steeping and brewing process, and it comes out with a kind of a matcha type of texture and tasting tea. Again, we turn that into upscale infusion drinks where we mix different organic fruits or juices, things like that. And it's known for a variety of properties also. You have some that are super energizing, great for like if I'm going out on a workout, you're gonna have 2-3 hours of like go time, right? And then you've got other ones that are really good for mental clarity, some that are a little more buzzy, and then you have other ones for after you're doing all that stuff and your legs hurt. It makes a great solution too. So
well, you are an expert in this field, and where can individuals find your bar?
Yeah, we've got downtown Roosevelt Row area right in the Arts District. It's a really fun place. First Fridays are great there, the block. They do a whole thing. And then we're right at the Y, dead center in Sedona. And it's been a hit to have both those locations. They each kind of have their own vibe. And
that's great. Do you have an e-commerce store for individuals that may want to purchase the powders or the botanicals online?
Yeah, we sell all the wellness for you guys to take home as well. And that's at LacunaKavaBar.com. That's LACUNA and then KAVA bar like bar.com.
Very cool. Do you ever put on workshops on how to mix these elixirs for home use as well?
Yes, you can find that on the events page of our website. And then we do other cool workshops too, like we do cryptocurrency class, we do breath work, meditations, all sorts of things that help you to, live healthy and well from a whole encompassing thing like we were talking about, financial, mental, physical, all of that's a part of our community.
That's excellent that you said that because that's what NGC Network is all about. Aligning yourself with all things wellness, and it's those entities. Health is your wealth, and we want you to live your best life, and you should be able to do that now. Mm-hmm. And so, thank you for coming on the show to explain all these different things on, relaxation or having an edge and the field of entrepreneurship too, because, it's everything is position, right? And you want to wake up refreshed. You want to, be ready to conquer and accomplish all your goals in life. And the world is very competitive. And so you need to have certain products that are all natural that can allow you to achieve any of those areas.
Yeah, I like to define it kind of as like momentum, right? You want things that are going to contribute to that have you feeling better without a cost later.
Well, I'm a strong proponent about alternative treatment modalities, and everything shouldn't have to come from a man-made pill to make you feel better, to wake you up, to put you to sleep, or to give you energy. There are plants on this earth that has been developed for you to get those kinds of benefits from as well.
Yeah, and that's usually where the other stuff was derived from to begin with, which is the ironic part of it, right? And
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So listen, you did something pretty cool at legislation. So tell us about the AZ Senate hearing.
Yeah, so thank you for asking. I went to the Senate hearing a few weeks ago and actually got a senator to change their vote, and we won the bill. And what it did is it took kratom, which is can be a pretty misunderstood plant due to the variety of effects it can have. A lot of people use it for recovery from other medications. And that can be a slippery slope, right? So what we went in and talked to the Senate about was that basically we've already decided as a state that we are pro-kratom, that it has these benefits. We've decided as a people, based on the popping up of 3 other kava bars in the valley this year, that it's something that people are finding value in. So what we talked about was that we need to make sure that it's in the hands of the agencies that can regulate it, and that we're doing a good job of making sure there's good quality goods in the market and nothing else. So we moved it into the Pure Foods Act, so now that the Food and Beverage Department can regulate and monitor all of that, and I think it's a really, really solid move for the industry.
Well, that's excellent, because it starts with one person. Be the change that you wish to see in the world, and it's about bringing awareness. So when one state takes on this and pass laws, it can be infectious and go throughout the whole entire country.
And that's the beautiful thing about Arizona, is we are such a pioneer of things, of consumer rights, of business rights, of following the science. And I think it's so important that we maintain our position as leaders for this country.
Well, listen, I want to ask you a few more questions, because you're an expert in your field and what you're doing. And many people may want to know, like, wow, as an entrepreneur, are there any pitfalls that, you have overcome, or some stories that you can share that is beneficial for the success of another person, to kind of encourage them to say, don't give up, you can do this too, just believe in yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of hit the head on the nail with that. The work of being an entrepreneur is in here more than anything, right? Your business is a reflection of you. So if you're having results that aren't in alignment with what you say that you want, it's time to look inward instead of outward and say, what can I shift? How can I show up differently in this business? And it's an ongoing process. I've run my head into many walls and walked away a little bruised, right? But at the end of the day, you get back up, you dust yourself off, and you say, what can I contribute that's going to add more value to everyone in this experience and create a win-win sustainable scenario?
That's exactly right. We live in a world right now where unemployment is very, very high, and nobody really wants to work anymore. And, it's called the Great Resignation, right? What kind of advice can you give an individuals that say, I think I can be an entrepreneur with some of the skill sets, or, the vision that I have? What advice would you give that person? Well,
there'd be two points to that. I would say you absolutely can. And I'd encourage everybody who's on that journey to start practicing that mindset within the current position that they're in, right? Develop those skills on that practice field where you have that support. And that's what we try to do with our staff. Not everybody's going to be a lifer at Lacuna. It's just how it is, right? But how much can we teach, or can they learn along the way, or can we learn from them along the way, so that they are prepared to go and do that? And then the second part of that is, when you're ready, go for it. Yep. And then get up and do it again.
That's exactly right. Again and again and again.
Every day.
One foot in front of the other. There are going to be naysayers that don't believe in your dream, but those are the people that don't even need to be around. You don't need to be around those individuals. You want to be around individuals that say, how can I help you achieve where you're going?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you leave us with a favorite quote or a mantra that you live by?
I had this boss back when I used to sell fitness equipment in Florida at a company called Gym Source, and Travis Rogin had this little quote on our desk, and it said, do the things you have to do when you have to do them, so you can do the things you love to, or you want to do when you want to do them. And I thought that was just so brilliant, that sense of urgency that he applied to that leadership role with us. And Yeah, that's always been a mantra I've kind of stuck in my head, and it's like, let's go get it done, and then we can go play later and create that work-life balance that so many entrepreneurs struggle with.
That's exactly right. So leading by example, and don't procrastinate.
Yeah, that sums it right up.
Very cool. So listen, Chase, it was so great to have you on the show. So remember, it's not only what Dr. Nancy knows, but it's who she knows. We'll speak again next week. Bye for now. NGC Network, the network that supports alignment of all things wellness.